Here we go with today's rewards. Looks like the 7-Eleven rewards. You put your alternate ID in right here, and boom, we're gonna lower that to $2.59. So I'm gonna put my ID in first. You can see a little spot on the monitor there. We got it to go down to $2.59. So I qualified. Everybody does, as long as you have a phone number. Oh man. Pull the lever. Oh man. All it did was toot. Oh well.
My cat, he loves his world. He imagines he's a bird or a butterfly. My cat has never ridden the bus. He puts all his hope into a car that he trusts. My cat never knows his location. He's got many friends, but he's never shown. My cat looks out the window when we're on the highway. Follows all the rules, laws, and byways. Yes, my cat can drive. He puts his paws on the steering wheel. He never prays. He never makes the devil's deal. My cat looks through the window.
Willie Nelson sent me the lyrics, so I figured I'd give it a try. It's a joke. It's a joke.
So we can finally go.
I don't know if I posted these two. I probably will in the next couple of days. That's alt version on my cat. And then I've got another version that's one of the original kind of versions. All right, it is a Monday, September 22nd, 2025, about 5:20 in the PM, in the post-meridium. I checked it, the weather bug, 97 degrees, so one temperature higher, and the car reads 98 degrees. I reset the accumulated info. I'm gonna reset it again to 0. Welcome to the Please Subscribe show. I guess you could call me a host with the most. I'm Cole Spivey. I am the content creator, influencer. I don't like the word influencer, but the YouTube guy. And this is Critter. It says so on the back. I can prove it. It says mirror critters. I guess he's part of the mirror critter species that hangs on mirrors and looks at you while you drive. He wants you to live, laugh, and smell good. Why not? Why not live, laugh, and smell good? You might as well. He's a good guy. He's looking worried over to the side. Nothing to worry about. This is the portion of the show. Somewhere in here, the please subscribe things might come through if I have time to really detailed edit it. I usually just lay it all out and upload it. I'm sorry. I used to spend hours and hours and hours on it. I like to watch other vloggers. I like to play the guitar. I was once an actor. I like to write songs. Yeah. So I wrote a novel. So what? Okay, so it slipped out. Chapter 83 is posted. It posted this morning, probably late morning, of Rib, parentheses, or Dog Night Out, close parentheses, dash, Shepherds of Alaska. So now you know. This guy is kind of creative. But this is the portion of the show where you get to watch me pick up food at the restaurant, because I'm not James Patterson, or James Woods, or James Taylor. I'm not the three Jameses. But yeah, I do have a song called My Cat. It's actually pretty good. I played it for Linda. She liked it. She said the vocals were good. So I might do the alternate version. And then later, some way down the line, I might do another alternate version. But I may post that tonight, maybe. I have it on the phone. It accidentally came up when I was picking up Linda. She's also one of the creators, too, of the show. There's the butterfly. All right, I got to deal with the iPhone lightning cord. This is iPhone 11, people. The last iPhone that was around when Steve Jobs was still breathing and thinking about phones. The 3 ideas. Guys, I'm going to get you something to talk on. Surf the internet and listen to all the music that you possibly could imagine. It does more than that. Now it became a boss. He didn't say that, though. He should have said it. And it'll be your boss, the iPhone. It won't talk back unless you ask it to, and you can put it on silent if you want to. Imagine doing that for your boss. Applause, 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 applause. And that's what Steve Jobs was probably really trying to say. But he was alive when this phone was around. Thank you, Steve. I think Steve probably sent it to me. He said, this phone, send it to Cole. Make sure he gets it in Dallas. He'll be there. He could probably have predicted that. I think he was that smart. Yeah, he was a mad genius. He only ate fruit. He said, make sure he gets it. He's going to need it. Trust me. Kind of situation he'd get into. iPhone 17's out. It's supposed to be the best one. It's light. Light. Thin with the best battery power. Yeah. I don't know. I like the iPhone 11 personally. All right. That's enough of that. Please subscribe. Enjoy as I yell out logistics. How far I'm going in the time. All right. Here I am. Zalot Pizza pickup. 5:39 arrival, 6 minutes, 1.1 miles. No jokes about the pickup. The pickup truck. Don't you joke about my pickup truck. Don't even look at my pickup truck. I'm not joking about your pickup truck. This is like departure, right? You have departure and you have arrival. The pickup is like the departure. I'm going to the pickup location. Gotcha. It's not the pickup truck I'm talking about. I'm talking about pickup. Pickup Zalot Pizza. We're picking up Zalot Pizza, not your pickup truck. Don't you talk about my pickup truck? All right. Got it. Time traveler alert. 88 miles per hour, Marty. All right, second time traveler with long horns on the front. It's actually a Tesla, known as a Cybertruck. There's actually a Tesla driving center. Well, it's a Tesla center right down this way. I don't know if it's in beta, but maybe. Gotta get behind this truck thing, or actually it's car tote from Oklahoma. All the way from Oklahoma, towing cars from Oklahoma. Yeah, the tow truck driver might be by now. Who knows? That's not really a tow truck, though. That's well, they truck cart. Yeah, so it's a car cart. It's a car transport. Of course it's a car transport. What else would they name it? All right, going to Zala. Proof that I am in Fort Worth, Texas. You can see the mural. It is Zala Pizza. The owner escaped the communists in South Korea for real. I mean, sorry, Vietnam. Sorry, Vietnam. South Vietnam. He actually really did. Probably should do that take again. There's Philip Seymour Hoffman. Or at least looks like him. No. The owner of Zala Pizza was involved in the Vietnam conflict and was in South Vietnam, and he did run from the communists and made it here when they were becoming a communist country, which they're more democratic now than ever. So that whole war kind of went, you know. But he started Zala Pizza. He was a boy when he ran from Vietnam. He almost was killed. His family got away, and he came here. And very successful pizza place. I usually get a photo of him. I'm trying to get one of their rewards cards. You get a free pizza after a while. Zala Pizza. After a few deliveries, they did give you one. Okay, well, I met Dwayne in there. I think he might become a subscriber. I told him about the show, Zala Pizza. So you got to see a picture of Con. I think is his last name, Con. Gwyn Con. Trying to get everything right. All right, we're on our way. All right, Zala Pizza on its way. 5:58 arrival, 12 minutes, 3.6 miles for the delivery. Sorry about the hair. I'm working on a haircut pretty soon. Bam, 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 bam. Right on Farmhouse, they have what looks like a circus. I don't know. I would say circus. Definitely some kind of tent for something. I don't see any circus signs. Well, it's some kind of showcase or something. Here it is, right up here. Okay. This is for Oktoberfest. Welcome. Sie sprechen Deutsch nicht so gut. Oktoberfest. Welcome. I doubt German in Venice will be there. But there'll probably be Germans there. Auf Wiedersehen, Oktoberfest. Alright, this is when you switch to emotional shot, sailing ship. See, like my haircut. Yeah, Oktoberfest, right now. The Trinity, going on. Hollander beer. If you're not a Baptist. Even if they have grape juice, even if you are. Got one at the Shake Shack, 5:50. We're going to arrive at 6:06, 4 minutes, 1.8 miles. Going with Shake Shack, crispy, onion, cheese dog. So it's not just a cheese dog. Yeah, it's gonna have the crispy onion on it. All right, Shake Shack on its way, 8 miles, 3 minutes, 6:22 on the arrival. There's Burnett Plaza, known as the Burnett Building. It's the tallest building in Fort Worth. Got it a few times. I used to take photos, black and white photos in high school, probably 1991, 92. And we developed the film ourselves in a photo lab, Pascal High School. True story. I actually developed the whole roll, or at least some of it. Worked with a guy named Brandon Carter that ended up going to NYU. We developed the photography by hand. He would mix the chemicals though, and we would aim the light. I've got one, I think I still have it, of this one that says Cherry Lane and Burnett Building. I think it looked about like that. Looks like Circle Theatre is doing the Scottish play. Much as I want to say that word. Adapted by Erica Schmidt. William Schmidt. These as a Sanger Lofts. Sundance Square. All right, got one at the corner bakery. 0.3 miles, 2 minutes. We'll be there at 6:31. On our way. This is the Courtyard Corner Bakery, which is right here. Looks like we're going 13.1 miles, 6:55 arrival to Arlington. Let's drop off at the corner bakery. I guess maybe they closed down all the corner bakeries in Arlington. That you had to order 14 miles away. CarMax, right? Someone told me to work there. It's one of the Kia. His name was Chipman. And he's like, well, you could try CarMax. Because they didn't let me finish up my season at Kia as a salesperson. He thought I'd do good at CarMax. Selling pre-owned. I guess because I didn't try to sell a pre-owned. Back then I realized the importance of that. I tried to sell well, no, I'm sorry. It's the other way around. I tried to sell a pre-owned, and he wanted me to sell new, but I was still learning. So some lady wanted a pre-owned car, and I began to sell it to her, and they called me in the office. They said, you might do good at CarMax. I backed in one of their new, it might have been a pre-owned into a light pole, but it wasn't that bad. This was before I met Angel and had kids. I almost became a car salesman. Well, I guess I still am, kind of, at least for Kia. Yeah, I drove them up to Maine before, the state of Maine. Slight Rio. That, well, I am Leo, but it was a Rio that would slip around on the ice until they got me a broader band or a broader base. Rio in a place in Bangor, Maine. When I was writing Escape from Maine, I worked with a mime from Brazil out there called Ocho. He showed up at the Center Theater, but he lived in Maine, but he was from Brazil. He was very, very entertaining. He did monkey and animal mimes that are absolutely brilliant. Better than anybody, yeah. Ocho, I believe that's what he went by. He was very funny, but he kind of talked a little bit. Well, he'd go, oh, and do this like weird noise thing. He's just looking up at it like an alien spaceship. He was a crazy mime. But he showed up at the Center Theater when I was there, just doing acting and stuff. And we worked on movement. They always show up usually at the theater. It was from Brazil, had the thick Brazilian accent. He's still there, though. He's probably still in mime. He has a 666 mime. It's Flight 666, right? Flight 666 mime. It's about this person that's gets on an airplane, Flight 666. It's all done with mime, and it is very funny. He has it on YouTube. You can find him. I believe if you put Flight 666 mime, he'll come up. He was there when we were doing, around the time we were doing Miracle on 34th Street. I played Halloran, the campaign manager. We also did Broadway-bound murder mystery, done by Bobby Kinnison. He's a playwright out of Brooklyn. Well, he's not out of Brooklyn, but he's published in Brooklyn. He's probably still up there. That was I think a dinner raiser, or I mean, I'm sorry, a dinner theater fundraiser. It was a fundraiser. They bought plates for $100, $200, sometimes $1,000. I think we raised like close to 70 or 100,000 or something. I didn't believe it, but that's what he said. We raised a lot of money in just a weekend, just doing dinner theater, and they bought the plates to watch it. I played the director, the one that was killed. Right, I was the dead body. Eventually, they accidentally rammed my head into a desk on accident because they had to remove my body from the scene. I guess so they wouldn't get caught or whatever, or they grabbed me to move the body so that they wouldn't, the director wouldn't be found dead. And so as they moved me into the office, they rammed my head against the desk. No one was sued. I just had a knot on my head for a while. And I lived through it. Bobby took a photo of me and gave it to me. I was on my own. I did have the 2 cats, Mojo and Romeo. They both passed away. There's the Channel 11 tower. Cool. I always just call it the Channel 11 tower. It's got the one thing on there. Headed back to Fort Worth. That's a cool sky right there. It's a 5-minute take. Whoops, almost cut it off right there. I'll see you'll see the head building. You see the Burnett Plaza. That's one we were just at earlier. You can see it right there. I believe that's it. In the center. I believe that is it. Yeah. It'd have to be. It's the tallest one. Alright, this one might be iconic. It's a nice sky. Fort Worth will come in right here. Get more little sky. There we go. That's a photograph. A moving photograph. That is quite the sky. It was planned. I told God, I said, listen, I'll send you a check. It's like, I don't need the check. Okay. I just need the sky to be a little orangish gold. Can we do that? I'll work on it. But I'm going to send you in Arlington on a corner bakery. 14 miles for like $9. That's practically charity, Lord. Hey, call me God. Now that's my original, okay? Seinfeld probably would like that one. That one was pretty good. But you had to be in the situation. I went from corner bakery to Arlington, $9 for 14 miles. God paid me back with the beautiful shot of the sky, or the beautiful scenery. I don't know. Maybe. Real life, God's way. Anyway, headed back in. Look at this. Now that looks like a painting. Nice. You gotta work with God. It's part of it. It's capturing the majesty. And of course, brought to you by FedEx. Nice. And then look at the orange right here, or it's actually pink, going to the pink sunset. Painters, arm yourself with your brushes. Today was a good day to remember. That's what they mean by the golden hour, or the magic hour. I think it's what, not as I do, but as he does, or it's Matthew. I know 29's in there. Passed by it a few times. I may have replaced it because it's a Monday. Not as I will, but as you will. It's St. Paul Lutheran's church. They're Lutheran. William H. Macy knows about it. He's a Lutheran. Let's see what the new one is. Yeah, it's Sam. Not as I will, but as you will. Matthew 2. 29 or 39? I'll go back and look at it again. It's definitely in Matthew 2. Either 29 or 39. Both of them are good. Panera Bread on our way. 7:35 arrival. 1 minute, 0.3 miles. All right. On our way for the Panera Bread. 7:45 arrival. 5 minutes, 1.9 miles for the delivery. This is like a one-way thing. So I figured it out recently, a long time ago. But, well, by going this opposite way, they don't have, oh, I guess that was kind of an arrow. They don't have arrows, but they have this cat that tells you. Okay, I remember this, yeah. Hey, cat. You know, this is a one-way. Yeah, thanks for telling me. All right, that's what I stand here for, to tell people. You're going the right way, just keep it up. That's the old stadium. That's where I had my high school reunion at Haskell. I'm sorry, my graduation. Not my high school reunion. My graduation at Haskell. The reunion was done at a bar, I think the Flying Saucer, a long time ago. I only went to the 10-year, that was it. Got one at Shake Shack just now, about 100 yards away. Well, it's about 50 yards away. All right, the Shake Shack is on its way. 8:12 arrival, 6 minutes, 1.8 miles for the delivery. I run into every single cat in the neighborhood. And I should be on the other floor. All right, got a 7-Eleven, 8:20 arrival, 2 minutes, 0.5 for the pickup. Time to pick up the nicotine patches. This really happened. I just turned on Phantom 309, or Big Joe and Phantom 309 with Tom Waits, because there's been different versions of it. And I picked up the nicotine patches for the customer. Guess what? They're on Waits Avenue. That's where we're headed to. No lie. Everything's connected. All right, 7-Eleven on its way. 8:29, arrival 2 minutes, 0.3 miles for the delivery. Isn't that weird? Yeah. I was thinking about one of my mime teachers, Greg, who does an incredible mime to that song, Big Joe, Phantom 309. I think he calls it Phantom 309, I'm not sure. It's a great song. You gotta listen to it, it's Tom Waits. All right, looks like we got another Shake Shack. 8:37 arrival, 2 minutes, 1 mile for the pickup. Pickup? Pickup you talking about? Tell them Big Joe sent you. All right. Looks like we're going to deliver that Shake Shack. 8:52 arrival, 6 minutes, 2.3 miles for the delivery. I ain't taking my Big Joe truck. That's a semi, one of them semi trucks. Yeah. Serious semi truck. With those snags. Big Joe Phantom 309. The dashboard was all lit up like a pinball machine. Serious semi truck. There's like a Madame Bovary pinball machine. I don't know how to figure it out. Some type of pinball machine. The dashboard of the semi truck. Phantom 309. All right, Whataburger time. 9:03 arrival, 3 minutes, 0.4 miles for the pickup. That better not be a Phantom 309 pickup. That's a serious semi. This is the backside of a Whataburger. All right, Whataburger on its way. 9:17 arrival, 7 minutes, 2.2 miles. Going once, going twice. Sold for the delivery. We are on campus at SWAB, at Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary. It's a seminary for future pastors and people of the church. This is their kind of like dorm housing. All right, Los Tacos on its way. 9:31 arrival, 1 minute, 450 feet for the pickup. Los Tacos HS, I guess. Taqueria. Actually, Los Tacos H's. Taqueria. All right, on our way for the Tacos H's delivery. 9:39 arrival, 5 minutes, 1.1 miles for the delivery. All right, got one at Whataburger. 10:19 arrival, 4 minutes, 1 mile. Harmon Dobson alongside a team member. 1950. There's some of the original Whataburgers, original in Florida. Father and son enjoying a trip. That's the first one. 1950. All right, Stoner's Pizza, 10:55 arrival, 2 minutes, 0.3 miles for your pickup. My pickup? Yeah, your pickup? No, it's not that kind of pickup. It's not a pickup truck. It's just a pickup. Pickup of Stoner's Pizza. You can get stoned in my pickup? No, it's a pickup for Stoner's Pizza. We're on our way. We'll be there in about 2 minutes.
Legalize marinara.
All right, Stoner's Pizza on its way, 11:19 arrival, 18 minutes, 9.3 miles for the delivery. It's a Saginaw area, 7-Eleven, I think. Or at least in that zone. It's more like Lake Worth, I think. Yeah, Lake Worth, I believe. Put my coat in. No, for the second time today. Not reviewing this bathroom. That sink. I'll give thumbs down, but it's still just water that comes out. But no review. Thing I'm gonna say though, no ice. No soda, but I don't drink soda anyway. Got one at Taco Bell. Arrival time is 12:16 a.m. 3 minutes, 0.7 miles for the pickup. All right, here we go with the Taco Bell delivery. It's 12:30 arrival, 8 minutes, 3.1 miles on our way. right, they forgot to tip for the Whataburger. We're gonna pick it up, 12:39 arrival, 3 minutes, 0.4 miles for the delivery. Actually, no, I'm sorry, for the pickup. Hank Hill, King of the Hill, double meat, number 2. I'll always be there for you. Favorite of Texas. All right, Wingstop going for the pickup. 1:01 arrival, 6 minutes, 2.1 miles for the pickup. Oh, it's 1 a.m. They might have still, yeah, they have it right there. All right, here we go with the Wingstop delivery. 1 mile, 4 minutes. We'll arrive at 1:09. They tipped a little. Jack in a Box 1:36 arrival, 7 minutes, 5.7 miles, and then I'm gonna pause it and head back over to Montgomery. Jack in a Box on its way, 1:49 arrival, 2 minutes, 1.4 miles for the delivery. This road is known as Roaring Springs. Well, kitty. Well, you probably need light, don't you? Look over this way. No, we don't have that light. No, we have light. Have a little bit of light. Let's get some light. Okay, kitty. We're cutting today's, well, we're minimizing today's kitty is. All right? Mostly cutting it. It's gonna be on the tail end. Okay. Just like the tail end right there. No pun intended. We'll get to that in just a minute. Okay, kitty? All right, here we go with today's kitty. It's a Fancy Feast Gravy Lovers Ocean Whitefish and Tuna Feast in gravy. Here we go, kitty. Here we go, kitty. There we go. You have a good night.